I tend to go for the whole sexy secretary look in my skincare science videos, but I think I need to crop here because my rock and roll t-shirt might kind of hinder that effect. Hi everyone, welcome back to Linda Libra Loca. Today we're talking peptides, and this video was inspired by questions that I got after reviewing the Ordinary Buffet to skincare peptides and if I think that they are worth the money and actually working. So I figured why not make a video on this. I do have a whole series, skincare science, that I will link up on the screen, and feel free to ask your comments in the comments if you want another topic addressed. So let's start with the basic facts. What are peptides? You may know what amino acids are. You get them from your nutrition. And these amino acids link, and 2 or more amino acids build a peptide. And if this gets still huger and there's a lot of amino acids involved, it gets a protein. And protein is something that you have all heard of by Eat Your Protein Kids because it's important for your health and your cell and muscular growth. What do peptides actually do? And yeah, that's kind of difficult to answer because there are more than 100 different peptides out there and every single one of them does a different thing. But you can group them into 4 different large groups. And these 4 groups do different things. They're the ones with the carrier peptides, which are designed to grab something, usually a nutrient, and put it deep into the skin to reach the cells. Then there are enzyme inhibiting peptides that actually go down there and say, stop breaking down my collagen. Then there are neurotransmitter peptides. This is what you have most likely heard of as natural Botox, and I say that in quotation marks, I'll explain later why, which tell muscular cells to relax so you don't wrinkle your brow and get, those wrinkles up here. And then there's enzyme inducing or signal inducing peptides that tell skin cells to do something. They're just like messengers that your cells release to tell each other to do a certain thing. Like collagen is broken down and the peptide is broken down into tell the collagen building cells, oh sorry, we're broken down, please can you make a little more so the skin stays plump. Which peptides do I need? Which peptides do I look for in my skincare? And again, I can't answer this question because there are 100. I can just give you a few examples. And the examples that I'm going to give you are, for example, the matrixyl complex. And this is one because I have the one by the Ordinary here. Is one of the most common, best known collagen production inducing peptides. It basically tells your skin cell to produce collagen, to produce elastin, to produce glucosaminoglycan, which makes the skin look plump and hydrated and firm. Then there's relistase, or let me just quickly give you the scientific name, acetylarginine tryptophyr diphenylglycine. I think I'll stick to relistase for the length of not breaking my tongue in the purpose of filming this video. Which is a tripeptide and it inhibits the enzyme that breaks down collagen. So on the one hand you have matrixyl complex, which encourages the skin to produce more collagen. On the other hand we have relistase, which tells the enzyme that breaks down the collagen because you smoke, because you are in the sun, because you ate too much sugar, to stop breaking down, and that leads to more collagen, more subtle and firm skin, less bullet cheeks. And then there's, I said I'm going to address that agireline, natural Botox. This is one of the neurotransmitter peptides which just tells muscular cells to relax, and this is kind of the same way that Botox works because Botox is a neurotoxin and it just prevents the muscle from contracting in total. And this one just tells the muscle to, take it a little slower. So I say that Botox-like in quotation mark because you will never, ever get the same results you'd get from surgery or injections from a peptide because they're just 100 times weaker. They just help and stimulate and enhance processes in your skin. So Botox like After telling you that, you might think that peptides are amazing and everyone should go buy them and that we have found the fountain of youth. And as always, that's not the case. But there's a specific problem with peptides in general because people aren't entirely sure if they actually work. I mean, it's all fine and well in theory, and they do perform the task that they are claiming to do, but the but in skincare, with everything that you apply topically, is always it needs to get to the point where it can perform its tasks to actually be effective. And there is a basic rule. 500 Dalton, that's a mean to measure molecular weight. Anything that's bigger than 500 Dalton can't penetrate the skin because barrier function, and everything that's smaller can penetrate the skin and so get to the cells. So peptides, you might have guessed it, are higher than 500 Dalton. So they technically just can't get into your skin. And there are means to work around that, but yeah, there are some scientists, they say, well, they can't get into there, so you can't be seeing any results and you're just wasting your money. Another point is, I told you peptides are linked up amino acids, and linked up amino acids are notoriously prone to being broken down by enzymes, which is what nature wants because they are short-term messengers and they are meant to deliver the message and don't stick around but just be broken down because in your body things go bam, bam, bam. So if I tell you contract, relax, you don't want the contract messengers to stick around when the relax messengers arrive. In your skin, there are a ton of enzymes that are specifically made to break down your peptides. So even if they could penetrate, they've be gone in a second, no long-term effects. So you might understand why many people say don't waste your money on peptides. So far it sounds nice in theory, but yeah, can't really work. But there's always a but, otherwise I wouldn't do a video on this. There's actually data that shows that these peptides do work even though they're not supposed to. And yes, these are small studies. These are studies usually performed by the manufacturer, which is kind of biased because he wants his product to perform well. But nevertheless, there are studies that show a difference. I really like to point out that there are very few ingredients that we use that are actually really proven to be beneficial by huge independent double-blind trials, and these are SPF, retinols, AHAs, and vitamin C, and bottom line, that's it. So if you don't want to stick to them, you need to take a few risks. Synthetic or man-made peptides are usually more stable, more effective than natural ones. So that's one point that you could work around with. Some link them to fatty acids, or like in this case, this one is by Floramare, is their skin energizer. They link it to platin to make it less prone to be broken down by enzymes. So these might be things that will work, but the jury is still out on that. You will see in the next years whether or not peptides really are worth the hype that they get at the moment. Which leads me to the final question. Do I, personally, with my saggy, mature, 40-year-old, acne-prone, hyperpigmentation, you name it, skin, use peptides, or do I say stop it, I just want the science and stick to vitamin C, retinols, and AHA? Well, you might have guessed it, I do, but I have yet to spend a ton of money on a peptide product, and that's where I am kind of lucky because yeah, I got these two. These are from The Ordinary. This one is the Matrixu, which I'm honest will not purchase, but this one is Buffet, which gives you a nice blend of antioxidants that improve collagen production, inhibit collagen distraction, and yeah, relax your facial tissues, hydrate, as well as another nice blend of hydrating factors. This one is 40 euro. Another one, a nice one, not sure if I would repurchase this one. For full disclaimer, I didn't purchase, it was sent to me. And then there's others by Neod or something like that that are way more expensive, and I'm not sure that I'd be ready at the moment to try them. I think I would if I wouldn't have access to the Ordinary, but so far I stick to these. And if it doesn't break you out, which has happened to a dear friend of mine, Shireen, I'm sorry to hear that. I recommend the buffet one over the others. And yeah, in general, I think I'm a believer. I think I can see results. I think it's worth at least having them in your skincare. I think you need them in a balanced skincare routine if you are more mature. I'm very excited to see what development will bring next. Copper peptides are a huge rage that I haven't tried personally, but still have on my list to try. And yeah, rambling, probably. That sums up my video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, ask in the comments for further skincare science topics, and I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Bye!